morning.
Good morning.
Jesus instituted the Lord's Supper in an upper room of a house in Jerusalem on the night before his crucifixion. 4 accounts of this event are presented in the Bible. We've heard them all: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and 1 Corinthians. But his words were anticipatory. The memorial was established before the event commemorated took place. Jesus instituted the Lord's Supper immediately after he and his disciples partook of the Passover meal. Because of this close connection, the Passover meal is an important background for understanding the Lord's Supper. God instituted the Passover meal as Israel's celebration of deliverance from slavery, and we find this in Deuteronomy. The covenant meals in the Old Testament now provide the backdrop and background for the Lord's Supper. After he gave the disciples the fruit of the vine, Jesus said in Matthew 26:28. And I read just a little bit before that, starting in verse 27. Then he took the cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sin." The Lord's Supper is the Christian's memorial of what it cost God to deliver us from the slavery of sin. God gave his only Son. Subsequently, the Lord's Supper is renewal of the new covenant with God established by Jesus, we Christians entered into at baptism. Romans 5:8-10 puts it like this: Christ died for us, and because of his death, we are now justified before God, saved and reconciled to God as one of his dearly beloved children. Through the death and life of Christ, God has provided the one and only means by which we can be faithful and loving friends and children that he created us to be. When observed in a worthy manner, the Christian leaves the Lord's Supper with the renewed spiritual strength gained by, 1, our reflection on why Jesus had to die, and 2, by our renewed determination to live out the terms of this new covenant. Will you pray with me, please? Our Father in heaven, we thank you that you gave your one and only Son to die for us so that we can now have our way to you through him. We ask you now to please bless his bread, which represents his broken body. Pray that we all take this in a worthy manner, acceptable to you. Thank you for Christ, your Son. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pray with me again. Our Father in heaven, we thank you so much for providing your Son to die for our sins. Pray, Father, as we take the fruit of the vine, which represents his blood shed for us, which purifies our sins and represents the new covenant. Pray that we all again take this in a worthy manner, acceptable to you. Thank you most of all for Christ, your Son. In his name we pray. Amen.